And the question for MKOI is, can they get through those beef balls quickly enough? Or can they perhaps find a way onto the backline? If that Mbessa finds a good ult onto the Inara, it's very tricky for her to survive through the burst. But you do have enough disengage with the Alistair, with the Galio, with the Jarvan who can jump onto MKOI. Just as a little bit of a drive-by, autos one of the minions. Elioya leaving the bot side Scuttlecrab to go and try and fight towards the top side. Alvaro trading in here with the Unbreakable. There's the stun onto Taki. Taki pops the heal afterwards though, and Super's down to half HP. Concussive blows almost procced as Histo dives in. Elioya looking for the trade onto him. Chomp, chomp, chomp goes the Trundle. Dyer stepping forward down to 200. Gets the taunt, but gets smacked across the head with a club. Histo almost escapes, but the red's enough for Elioya. A double for the troll.
Oh, Elioya, that pillar was beautiful. He pillared the Justice Punch there, completely stopped Dyer's Galio, and then just wins the 2v2. Okay, Trundle doesn't have like crazy mechanics, but that was a really good Trundle play right there.
He does have one mechanic that's going well, but Taki the bottom side now.
Flash away the Gatling gun though, hitting him in the bush, and Super gets the third on the board for MKOI.
It's going off for MKOI across the map.
Not able to get into the driver's seat right now, as MKOI will start up the Drake. It's a little bit of a move from Dyer. Histo is on his way across as well. Taki looking for the engage here as the Arc of Judgment comes out from Eddie for a little bit of a slurkle. Hero's entrance onto the back line. Elioya doesn't have flash and he's alone in the back of the pit. The exhaust on Dyer is enough though. Shockwave coming out is going to catch up to Taki. Elioya already down as they look for a bit more of a trade, but Alvaro is now stuck by himself in the pit. Another slurkle, a flash from Eddie. It's going to be 2 for the Whales.
The best part about Team Secret Whales, they do not sit on losses. They will fight their way out, and they're still fighting.
Super in the shop instead of watching his screen as Histo collapses on him, stops his reset, but Super underneath the tower here should be able to go away. Histo looking for the flag and drag. He gets him, he gets the shield, and he gets out. Beautiful from Team Secret Whales.
That was so well played by Histo, knowing he had the damage. Super not respecting it.
He queues in, nobody punishes, and looks like he gets out of grubs as well with 2 of them in tow, so they get the objective credit. In addition, they were the first ones to the MKOI was actually the first ones to the first 3 kills, so they have that feat's credit.
Or the first tower for MKOI if they're able to secure that. I was saying the saying in the Vietnamese community about Team Secret Whales as Alvaro looks for Taki here. As Taki flashes in immediately to the engage, Histo is coming around the corner looking for the follow-up. Super locked up, there's the Cataclysm. Lock him in the cage, it's 1, they're looking for 2. Alvaro has no escape, and Eddie is shredding MKOI.
Taki and Histo finding the combo they need. These observers feel like they're toying with us. I think Histo's here.
Histo going in with a flag and drag once again. Glacial Fisher out from Alvaro, stands beside his teammate while the public execution goes down in the top side. Alvaro's going to fall. Mirwin look for the damage onto Pun because Elioya's in the area. Does have that subjugate. They're waiting for the wave to crash in here. Super has to back away from the bot side. Meanwhile, on the top side, MKOI decide they're not going to go for the dive. So for Team Secret Whales, a great exchange.
Dragon will be collected for their side with their margin of gold lead, but we'll see about the payment on the other side because MKOI want to dive.
Yeah, they're going to go underneath the tower here.
Dragon exchanged for it for Team Secret Whales. Pun flashing away there. Elioya, yeah, you know, you pop the subjugate, you get a couple of plates. MKOI will be happy enough with that. They were trying to find something on the other side of the map, knowing that Team Secret Whales had their jungler down towards the bottom side. Mirwin here trying to steal away these Krugs, but
this is where this game, sure, you've got great scaling,
but Eddie's just going in, pops the ultimate, and Super's just dead! Eddie on a killing spree, 3-0-3.
When will people learn you can't approach Yunara? As soon as she gets the Kraken Slayer, she is so strong.
This Orianna is in the early game. Herald started by MKOI. Histo walks across from the side. Herald down to about 5,000. Taki gets a knock-up on both. Alvaro jumped on Super trying to get away, but he's dead where he stands. Alvaro in that redemption. Herald still the target. Elioya will smite it and secure it. Now needs to get out of the back of the pit. Does have the flash, but he's knocked up. Will flash into the Tribush. Histo still on the chase with Eddie diving in. It's another, but Eddie as MKOI are rattled.
Histo and Eddie are just the Bash brothers in this game, destroying MKOI. I mean, yeah, they lost the Rift Herald, but they're going to chase down even more kills.
And dive in, Histo with the flag and drag. Alvaro able to stand beside his teammate. Taki goes in with the knock-up, Unbreakable down as well. They still have the shockwave, but Eddie finds another. Jojo dies where he stands, gets 1 in response, but Team Secret Whales are ruling the Rift.
Taki with the honorable death there sets up Team Secret Whales for more kills for the tower.
But honestly, I like it. Go with the hype. continue to push for these extra kills and snowball the lead. They're even going to get some outer towers in trade. Dragon as well should be picked up. I'm thinking that Pun is going to be able to defend this for a while on the top side, but invest a teleport here to keep the tower alive for now.
Going back in here with the taunt. The chase continues for Alvaro and Jojo Kun, but they won't be able to find too much. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Super is surrounded by Taki and Eddie. We're looking for Elioya on this blue buff. Taki with a headbutt pulverize once again. Eddie puts the damage down. Won't have enough to work his way through his trundle quite yet.
Trying to zone MKOI away from it, but it is difficult at the moment with that Cloud Soul being able to allow MKOI to shift just as quickly back and forth.
Taki caught out as the rest of his team backs. He's going to pop that Unbreakable Wing, goes in with a headbutt pulverize. Eddie trying to come in from the side as well. Super needs that Redemption Cataclysm flashed away from as the Hero's entrance comes down. Mirwin flashing away from his own TP. Pun now on the front line, jumps straight into Alvaro, who's trying to protect his Ambessa. The concussive blows, the Shockwave finds 3. Jojo trying to turn Team Secret Wales into poutine, but he can't quite do it. Pun falls, 2 for Jojo now as Super walks underneath his tower and does manage to get away. Meanwhile, on the top side, Arakan, MKOI's next prize.
MKOI finally found the fight that they needed. The fact that Alvaro ends up jumping over the wall back into the Ambessa and Histo swaps places means that they're able to find the fight they need.
Really making that big threat.
Especially if you can lane into Pun on this Scion. He's got basically no magic. It's just the Aegis sitting there, no Merc Treads as Mirwin's engaged on. Redemption coming out. Mirwin looking for the fight here onto Histo. Taki going in with the headbutt pulverize, and there's the TP follow-up. Mirwin was isolated from the rest of his team. Team Secret Wales turn their attentions towards the top side. Exhaust down onto Dire, ball put in the middle of them, but no Shockwave cord as of yet. Another Winter's Bite coming out from Alvaro just for the slow. MKOI want to fight this, but Taki's in prime position for this flank. Jojo will be able to spot him out with Elioya. Taki goes in, but the rest of his team not on the same page. And Alistair ticking down the missile just short of catching his backside. Pun now the target, stunned up with those concussive blows. Shockwave finds Eddie. Hero's entrance coming down for the magic damage shield as the chase continues. Jojo's going to kill off Pun, but he's going to use the zombie form to keep everyone else away from Elioya. Elioya falls. It's a great fight for Team Secret Wales.
Team Secret Wales are using the terrain so well in this fight, kiting back into that tri-brush so they can set up their front line. And Histo, maybe once more, he knows Super's low, won't quite be able to find it though. But you can see in the start of these engagements how dangerous that Team Secret Wales bounce house is. As soon as you get caught by one, it's knock up after knock up after knock up. So you have to be so careful on MKOI's side as to who is actually going to face check a lot of these brushes, because you don't actually have someone that's particularly tanky. Like your Braum has a redemption, sure he can throw up the shield, but he will get taken down. I think that's what Team Secret Wales are playing very well around.
Going
Team
quick.
Secret Wales, as you say, going down quite quickly, but Histo is here. Alvaro gets the Winter's Bite. 5,000 now on the Artican. Pun with the Decimating Sparks just to force MKOI up towards this top side. Redemption coming out. Mirwin looking for a flank of his own. Eddie has his flash though, so it's going to be very difficult to get onto him. Unstoppable Onslaught used. Alvaro with Glacial Fissure. There's the Artican secured by Histo. Pun still on that front line, and MKOI all grouped up for the Cataclysm. And here comes your hero. Dire dives in, lands the taunt, and MKOI are shredded. Mirwin on the back line, but Team Secret Wales wrap around him like piranhas to get a couple more as the fight continues. Team Secret Wales able to back away with the Artican. It ends up being just trying to keep Histo at bay. 40 seconds before that Cloud Drake. Team Secret Wales just using their pressure to push in this mid wave. Obviously they want the tower and they should be able to get it with super low. TSW push in and will crack through that mid tier 1.
All right, the moment of truth approaches. 25 seconds, and they're going for the resets. This means that Team Secret Wales will be a little bit slow to get to the actual Dragon fight. Allows MKOI some early movements. Maybe this is MKOI's chance.
You can see MKOI taking their time to try and deny as much vision here as possible. Histo steps in, goes in with the Cataclysm. Unstoppable Onslaught blocked by the walls. Jojo, though, caught out as Alvaro tries to protect his mid laner. Hero's entrance in by Dire, who TP behind them. The Shockwave not connecting as Team Secret Wales already found one in the fight. Histo looking for a little bit more. There's the second. Eddie's going to get a double. There's Soul for them, and probably Baron alongside it.
They win the critical fight here. TSW, they walk in, and they take everything from MKOI.
Elioya chased out. They want to take him out just so that he can't contest this Baron. The Soul will be Team Secret Wales. 30 minutes in, 4.5K ahead. A Cloud Soul at their backs in this MasterCard priceless moment of the game.
Histo flashing the white flag here as they're going to claim the Baron. We said these were the moments they're going to have to nail, and they nailed it. Histo himself, he targeted Supa and pushed Supa kind of up to the other side of the fight, which allowed...
And it's funny to see because it was MKOI who wanted to face off against CFO, but they can't even get through the first part of LCP to get to the raid boss on the other side as Team Secret Wales stepping forward now. They want to go for this bot lane turret and then deny access from MKOI to that structure.
They'll be able to do it. Team Secret Wales dotting the I's, crossing the T's. As Histo dives in a little deep here, concussive blows comes out, but a good Mikhails from Taki will cleanse away that stun. Still the Guardian Angel on Histo's shoulders.
For MKOI to find that fight.
Yeah, that's why it's so critical for TSW to get the Baron buff. This allows them to just destroy these towers without a lot of effort.
Killer goes down, it's like he's down to half HP. Histo going in as well. The tower is going to fall. Unstoppable Onslaught will find the knockup onto Elyoya. Chase comes in with a hero's entrance. Jojo pinned the target. He manages to flash out. Taki going back in for the re-engage. Eddie goes legendary as Team Secret Wales just slowly roll their way through the MKOI base.
There's just nothing MKOI can do. Team Secret Wales, the beefcakes are out in full force, and it's Supa who's already at half HP.
Yeah, Eddie is just untouched on this backline. Histo still has the Guardian Angel. He's going to dive forward once again. Pun goes down underneath the towers, but he's actually still alive somehow as Dyer dives back in with the Justice Punch. Supa forced away towards the top side. Eddie still standing. Elyoya and Supa trying to defend against Team Secret Wales here. In time as Dyer now TP's back in. Alvaro's going to come back from the fountain. Supa trying to heal up before his Nexus towers go down. The Unbreakable used to block the shots. Justice Punch in with the taunt. Supa coming in with the Gatling gun, but he can't get onto that backline. Eddie is low. MKOI know it. They have to kill this AD carry, but they just can't get through.
Team Secret Wales don't die!
Team Secret Wales. It's beautiful from TSW. Elyoya the last man standing, but Eddie kites him like an absolute madman. TSW 1-0 up.
What a game here from TSW.
I've seen it before. I just have to say, we called up the records earlier, right? We called up the records of Mad Lions back then, Movistar Koi, the fact that they haven't had a good history.
I mean, certainly, yeah. He's picking for comp for sure right here, being the last piece to the puzzle for those team fights. The long-range engage. Ornn plus Kiana is kind of terrifying in itself, and if you have good Rakan flanks...
Mirwin beginning to back off, has popped a potion. As that Doran shield as well, while in the mid lane, the catch. It's Kiana with Burst Blood. Elyoya will get it. The dive on the bot side, it's enough. Great tanking from Taki with the cannon. Good spot there, Dagda. Not going to go for the Razor, instead going towards that mid lane. Jojo doesn't have the flash. Dyer doesn't have one either. He's still looking for the Q3 knock-up here. We'll be able to get it. Chase continues with that Rune Prison and overload and auto needed. Histo takes it. Red buff. The buff that secures it there for Team Secret Wales.
Happily taking these Void Grubs with a little contest coming through here.
This is so big for TSW. If you get all three, I mean, the split push with the Rise later on is going to be a very potent tool.
And the Caitlyn right now.
And the Renekton right now.
And immediately.
With all of the turret play money that they have been able to earn.
But still, they're getting so much gold.
Call of the Forge got used by Mirwin just to clear out the wave here. Doesn't kill off all the minions though. There's a couple of casters still there. Histo diving in onto Mirwin, who does have the flash. Ace in the hole is going to connect onto him, and Histo looks for the chase. Meanwhile, on the bot side, Pun surviving. As no dive materializes for MKOI. A kill, and what will be a tower for Team Secret Wales on the top side.
Patience from Histo on the knockup was crucial there. Waited for the Bellows Breath to come in when Mirwin trying to time it, and ends up catching him the second that Flame Breath is gone. And now Eddie, we talked about it, this pushing Caitlyn with those 3 Void Grubs getting work done in the side lane.
The long extended lane on top side too should be Pun favored. He's got his Black Cleaver done, so Renekton can continue to get the early push.
Pun with a 2-level lead over Mirwin, pops the Dominus and looks for the chase. Slice and dice forward, Mirwin having to use the flash to get away. Do it, Pun! Carla the weak! Pun finds it, now he's going to get collapsed on by the rest of MKOI with a TP coming in, but they have to invest so much to kill off this Croc.
It's about sending that message, you know, he has domination in the side lane. If they try and trap you after you go for your kill, there will be further payment across the map, and this is solo tower going to a Rise.
Let's see if Team Secret Wales want to go for that. I expect this herald to be used around the mid-tier 1 just to crack open that entirety of the tier 1 towers from MKOI.
Yeah, especially when the dragon is about to spawn, and if MKOI even try and contest, it's your mid-tower gone, potentially a tier 2 god.
Yeah, also TSW aren't the ones, you know, trying to focus on stacking the dragons for this game. They want to play side lanes here and then index heavily into gold. MKOI, as you say, are going to be able to pick up number 2.
Noticed with Team Secret Wales over the last couple of days, their willingness to step back on a side lane. Dyer now beginning to step back up as he tries to clear out the way. Elioya waited. Miasma down. Petrifying Gaze coming out as well. This is Supreme Talent, and that's a cast to curse if I've ever heard one. TP comes out from Pun, but his mid lane is already dead. Alvaro trying to get away, cleanses out, and the wind becomes lightning slow.
Yeah, good attack on the side lane there from MKoi, trying to, take down one of the pushing prongs of this team. Good interrupt, honestly, because DSW, again, they need to leverage the split push. Keep your Ryze applying pressure on the opposite side of the map from the Otacon. So keep the split push up. He's got his teleport. They can threaten trap plays.
So jumps onto Alvaro. Elioya on that front line. TP coming behind from the Ryze here. Crescent Guard, Super Display Talon coming out as well as Histo dives onto Alvaro. Pop Blossom not finding anyone. A 3-man Petrifying Gaze as Jojo begins to turn on the Twin Fangs. Dyer on the flank. MKoi 5v4 in their favor as Dyer begins to walk away with that phase rush. Super having to flash out. Call of the Forge Rod coming out as well. Ace in the hole. Not blocked. Super down. The sniper finds his man as Eddie gets 1. But Team Secret Wales have lost 2 in the fight. 3 so far, in fact, as we see Pun falling. Elioya, Alvaro, and Jojo on the chase. Dyer all on his lonesome, caught out by MKoi. They'll find a 4-for-1 somehow.
And now they will get the Otacon. MKoi fight their way out of it. TSW, they called their play. They teleport the Ryze in. See what they can do afterwards, because that basically deleted the gold lead there in addition to all those petals they already had. Fnatic, now those are empowered petals.
The one thing, though, is that at least Team Secret Wales, as we were watching the replay, did get the dragon. So at least preventing that from going across to MKoi and a 3rd dragon going across.
I feel like they just have way more useful tools in the game now looking forward. Since we're past 25 minutes, their team fight is insane. Their ability to pick you off.
Elioya jumping in with the audacity. Dyer's going to try and get out with the Realm Whip here, but the quickness and the miasma for the grounded effect. MKoi find their man in a side lane with the TP coming in. The wave not quite in the position for MKoi to go for an immediate dive. Team Secret Wales.
MKoi end up getting the kill and a summoner spell from Pun as well. That is perfect now. Taki and Eddie.
Force God onto Eddie. Super, look at the Essence block. The knock-up coming in as well. Super and Mirwin team up to take down the Kate.
It was looking dire for MKoi, but by some miracle, they are finding the fights that they need.
Just past the 25 minutes, it doesn't seem like they're really able to keep up with this side lane pressure or anything for them.
Pun gonna step forward here. Mirwin waiting for him. Gets the knock at Miasma down as well. No slice, no dice. Ooh. And there's the Petrifying Gaze. Pun stares into the eyes of Jojo, who takes down his name in his book.
Pick after pick after pick. MKoi feels like the game is theirs for the taking now.
And you have the Baron sitting there waiting
on the Baron. Instead, they're trying to get tier 2 on the bot side, and they should be able to secure it with Eddie coming across to help out Dyer.
I like this response from Soup. It doesn't actually go towards the Baron. Instead, he goes towards the top turret, answering tit for tat plus the Baron now in favor of MKoi. And this is exactly what they need to just keep this ball rolling. 50 seconds. How far do they want to chase, though? You can see Alvaro is still looking to interrupt these resets, and Jojo and Elioya could also try and collapse onto the bottom side.
Eddie's still here. He's still trying to get onto Super. Doesn't really have the defenses. Jojo stepping forward with that miasma once again. The Crescent Guard down, TP coming out as Mirwin looks to help out his team. Supreme Display Talon not going to get any stuns. Team Secret Wales on the back foot. The Mystic Shot's not enough to take down Pun, but now with the tower pushing in, with the minions pushing into the tower, in fact, that will be an inhibitor tower in the mid lane. Eddie trying to flank, not something you often see a Caitlyn do. Looking for the hunt, Elioya chases him and Eddie gets him! The shutdown, Elioya tried to make a fancy play with his flash. Now a TP behind by Team Secret Wales.
It's going absolutely disastrously for MKoi and Team Secret Wales. They're turning into sharks as they're seeking and hunting for MKoi. But the mistakes were there, and now Super
washes in the Mystic Shot wide as Ezzy dances away from it. In the end, Team Secret Wales will just settle for the Drake.
Oh man, Eddie is the TSW hope. In the late game when it goes to everybody as well. Now, we're seeing them push top again. We've got Renekton with teleport ready, and Pun is trying to split push. Here we go.
Supreme Display of Talent, and the true shot barrage is a 2-shot barrage. As MKoi find a couple of kills, they're going to chase onto Eddie as well, who's able to avoid edge of the knock-up there from MKoi. Realm Warp out by Dyer. Looking to try and get someone to that backline. Pun needs to get back quickly because MKoi are knocking on the Nexus to even out this series.
Yeah, is that going to be it? With the Baron buff, MKoi can push in.
There's so little left here for Team Secret Wales. MKOI see their moment to push us to game number 3.
Pun, Dyer, and Eddie. Dire straits for them in this game. Can they defend? Pun goes in, dodges away with the slice and the dice. Pun chipped away out, and MKOI are going to back away. 12 seconds on Histo. Taki back up. Line up with it properly. Pun trying to defend, but he backs away. The inhibitor tower will go down. MKOI doing this by the numbers. 3 inhibitor towers, 3 inhibitors, and now a last chance defense for Team Secret Wales.
They're trying desperately here. Can they do it though? MKOI knocking on the door, and Team Secret Wales.
It's a back away into Baron angle. It's a back away into Baron angle with the miasma coming down. Baron begun by MKOI, and as soon as you see Dyer stopping his recall on the bot side, you know Team Secret Wales are not going to challenge for this. MKOI get the Baron. We'll see if this Red Bull Baron power play is slightly more advantageous for them than the last.
For MKOI.
Oh, I'm surprised you put the 4 MKOI in there.
Yeah, I was like,
it could do. You never know as MKOI push in with these super minions. Team Secret Wales trying to defend. Flash, Petrifying Gaze into the Quickness Crescent Guard with a good knockback out. The Pop Blossom coming out as well, but Histo's already down. And MKOI all still incredibly healthy. Elioya diving in for a triple to his name. Pun on the fountain will find one. A quadra. In fact, Super gets the last. But MKOI will even out the series 1-1.
MKOI found the fights that they needed to bring that game back.
They got tier 1. They equalized the gold completely. When they did Baron, I thought it was really smart to then send Supa down to get the tier 2
Look at Rise damage, by the way.
That's yeah.
And a hover of the LeBlanc, but it's going to be RE for Jojo, something he's so experienced on.
Yeah, that's what we were mentioning, because the ult buff on the patch as well. We're maybe seeing, thinking of seeing a little bit more of it, but as we get into the Fearless matches.
And Histo and Elioya on opposite sides of the map should both just take their own scuttlecraft.
Mirren does have to be careful about how aggressive he trades here, because there is a jungler on the top side of the map, and that wave will crash, and I think this is the signal for Histo to go, but maybe...
going in, look for the 1v1, and Topos goes in with the Pathmaker and just claps him! Smacks him between his and Topos. Histo will get one in response. In the end, Team Secret Wales will be happy with the extra assist goal.
And he puts up the emote at the end that says,
Histo looking for the flank position. Shock Blast going to hit onto this Cassante. Histo going in. Mirwin forces him away. Vault Breaker out with the plate over to Hero as MKOI secure the Drake. In exchange for the cleanse from Super, Taki still looking for a little bit more here as he goes forward with the Oracles, just forcing Super and Alvaro away. Meanwhile, on the top side, Dyer looking for the dive. Another Zenith Blade onto Alvaro, but Elioya's on his way. Doesn't have the 6 yet. Alvaro flashing away. Cleanse flash out by Taki, with a dive in with the Eviscerate. Meanwhile, on the top side, Histo and Dyer look for more. Taki low, gets away. No! Elioya gets him in the end. Super just surviving. Mirwin down to 300 HP as the dive materializes for Team Secret Wales. Mirwin looking for that all out. Pops the Pathmaker into the Vault Breaker. Hero flashes in. Will tank 2 tower shots though. And he's slain by the tower. Mirwin unable to proc. An order on him means that Team Secret Wales get out with a kill.
They end up giving that kill across, so it could have been a bigger win for Team Secret Wales if the bot lane had just kind of played it passively.
yeah, hey, Supa barely living too there on the edge.
Mirwin going all out. Hero doesn't have flash, and Mirwin's just going to chase him down with the Antopos. Gets it after the Q3. Zenith Blade from Taki missing towards that top side. Mirwin very happy in this 1v1.
And now Histo happy that he's able to pick up at least 2 of those point grubs.
Takes 2 of the grubs, could have taken 3, but decides to leave the 3rd one as Elioya's looking to try and steal away as much of this jungle as possible. There is a red buff.
This entire series, Team Secret Wales has been so good with the cross maps, but Mirwin backing right the way off, making sure he's not going to be under any threat on that top side. And it will be MKOI able to pick up the objective with no real answer from Team Secret Wales.
Putting a bit of vision towards the top side. We'll spot Histo jumping across the wall here. Alvaro could look for an engage into Shadowing Strike, and he'll use it. Flash Shadowing Strike into the charm. Cease and desist used perfectly to buffer out of that charm. Vault Breaker out as well. Perfectly played by Histo, but there still might be too many MKOI members surrounding him and getting the kill. TP in by Taki, no mana at the moment on Jojo. Accelerating Shock Blast coming out from Hero as they go in with a Hound's Pursuit. And now this Jace is in the middle of MKOI. Alvaro using that Magnustorm into a great crash down, but Dyer's here to bolster the defenses. Super coming across from the side. Alvaro falling low will be taken taken out by a weirding. Hero able to escape, Taki going back in with the Zenith Blade. Super flashing forward with the Blade Caller, but now the rest of his team are nowhere to be found. Team Secret Wales find 2.
Eddie arrives and he collects the extra money. The Kraken Slayer was just done on the Kaisa.
So more members of Team Secret Wales can show up in the mid lane.
Jojo caught out, doesn't have the flash, no Spirit Rush for him either, and Eddie gets his second. Alvaro a little bit off to the side here, will be able to crash down away from it, but now Eddie 900 gold ahead of his opposite man.
Eddie, I swear, this guy is the hope for TSW every single game.
MKOI much more likely to play down towards this bottom side, give up the top side pressure, and you can see Elioyo coming across. There's the TP in, Redemption already onto Hero, Hound's Pursuit coming down as well as Mirwin looks for the Q3, but Hero's topped up by that Redemption, still taken out by Jojo, who came in with that teleport. Dire here to try and defend the tower, and will manage to do so. Dire jumping forward, and will just back away.
A couple of pit plays for themselves. You see in the aftermath as well, important to lay behind the super deep warding. Right now, Alvaro is lighting up this red quadrant of the jungle as the second red buff.
Means that TSW will get that first turret on the board.
Okay, it's gonna come down to the last objective then.
Yep. Next Drake, 20 seconds away. And at the moment, MKOI not in the position to really fight around it. You can see MKOI trying to deny as many of these minions as possible by letting the towers hit them before they are felled by Jojo in the end.
We can always fall back and try and take this mid turret instead.
Yeah, and they're kind of fishing around the jungle as well. Taki here, pretty tanky on Leona, trying to deny like a big cross map play. MKOI in the end get a couple of jungle camps, and
Shadowing Strike immediately, they dive onto Taki, and the Eclipse is not enough to save him! The Redemption not down in time, he does land the Solar Flare, Spirit Rush, dive in with a killing streak from Eddie as well, but Eddie is on the chase, trying to take down that Kaisa, and the Darking Daggers will be enough! The Hounds of Hell from Elioya for the double! MKOI collapse!
Alvaro consistently interrupted the follow-up from Team Secret Wales as the pick on Taki that might have just blown this game open in favor of MKOI.
huge error from TSW. Why did they dive in on that after Taki got cut? And really put the threat of further picks onto TSW. Get right back on track for that dragon stacking. Only 2.5 minutes away from the arrival of the mountain.
Try and charge in towards it. Can use it as an escape tool as well. Riftel will be able to get that charge in. Mirwin here to defend, but he can't do anything about Riftheld actually managing to take down that tower. Team Secret Wales.
Good job getting their Dragon Soul point there. TSW are forced into this kind of like desperate, I feel like, Otacon pull.
Yeah, that's what they're going to go for, and MKOI actually pushing Dire out of his blue side jungle. The Otacon already down to 8,000 HP as MKOI look to see if the fight is viable. Mirwin on the flank, Redemption coming down. Alvaro with a 3-man Magnet Storm, and it's Super that takes the Otacon. Pop goes the Vi, and the rest of his team follows suit. MKOI looking for vengeance against the LCP as they take down 4. Dire unallowed to escape. It's an ace for MKOI.
Movistar Koi will keep their world's dreams alive.
Redemption bolstering up those numbers. the aggro Redemption. Jojo with the charm onto Dire. Should be able to jump out of this. Will go across the veil, try to get back towards his tower, but the tower isn't even safe as Jojo just dives in and Dire dies.
As 2.5 minutes until that's all they need is.
Flash forward into the cease and desist, and they find Super! A perfect play by Team Secret Wales in the mid lane. Go down fighting, you say. They're not sure about the go down part yet, Kobe.
Well, they need Baron to go down if they hope to hold on to this, and they need to start it up immediately. You can see everyone in MKOI is running as quick as they can to try and answer for the play.
Baron begun by Team Secret Wales. MKOI looking to collapse. Dire still in base, doesn't have TP. He's running as fast as his legs can carry him to join his team. Currently a 4v4 as Alvaro looks for the flank position. Elioya going in with the Darking Daggers. Dire trying to flank from the bottom side of the fight. Alvaro's here though. Crash down, Magnusol finds 2, Hand Pursuit in. Elioya's already killed off the enemy jungler, and Eddie is next on the menu. These hounds are hungry, and the pursuit goes on to Taki. A triple for Elioya.
The captain of MKOI picks up the triple kill on the back of it, and MKOI, despite losing Super, will hold on to the fight and take the Baron for themselves.
As Jojo maybe called out a little bit. TP is coming in from Team Secret Wales. Histo still looking for that cease and desist. Volt breaker forward. The charm will stop in. TP behind as well by Mirwin. Jojo Pyun's going to be the first target. Solar Player's going to follow up. Mirwin looking for that flank TP. Jojo will fall first. The shutdown goes over to Taki, but Elioya's on that backline once again. It's Histo and Taki trying to survive through Elioya. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, Dyer just gets assassinated by Super and Mirwin. Taki trying to get away from Elioya, but he continues to chase forward with that call of the pack, and Taki's done for. Hero, full HP, wasn't really in this battle at all. MKOI will take 3, only losing their mid laner.
Another fight, another bunch of gold for MKOI, and they're going to lay destruction to the towers afterwards.
Mirwin diving in with the all-out onto Hero, who's just deleted by the feathers. Super at that 3-item point on this Xayah. Histo trying to steal away everything he can, trying to get any gold in his back pockets, but currently 12,000 gold advantage for MKOI as they push through the bot side.
I honestly don't know how they get through Mirwin at this stage.
Histo going to jump onto Elioya, who does tank a couple of tower shots. He dives back in with that Eviscerate, but with the minions pushing in, Mirwin pushing through the bot side, Jojo about to join the rest of his team, and with Baron buff remaining for the next 50 seconds, this Red Bull Baron power play may include a 50 gold Nexus.
MKOI about to lay final siege to the Nexus turrets, and here comes the team.
Histo looking for that engage, the Magnus Storm from Alvaro diving in, Spirit Rush from Jojo just to escape. Histo down first. Taki the next target for MKOI. Super trading with Dyer, who just gets back to the fountain in time. Meanwhile, Eddie doing everything he can, but he just can't survive through the wallet dip. It's vengeance for MKOI. They take down the LCP, and they go to 2-2.
MKOI find themselves now 1 series away from being able to make it to playoffs.